Hello, my name is Mukhtar Bahaduri, and I'm here to do a verbal presentation about my struggles with stuttering and the ethical dilemma that I had to overcome uh, throughout the years as I was young, and I still do today. The the ethical dilemma is that whenever since basically I don't just stutter, it's basically my life. It's a chronic condition that I'm probably going to have for as until the day I die. And the dilemma is that I either in certain situations I either just stay silent or I forget, that's the negative, or I try to be social and try to overcome that fear and try to be brave. That's the positive. And it's usually in social situations. So I'll give an example of whenever I was first whenever I first encountered the thing, that it wasn't really a long term diagnostic build up thing for me. I just woke up one day, and ever since then I've been stuttering. And this was the dilemma was with my mom. She just couldn't accept that I was stuttering, and it was very difficult for me to um, she thought that I was doing it to get attention or something. And I didn't understand because I've always thought that your family and close relatives were supposed to be very supportive of you and try to help you overcome and do the positive thing of being courageous and brave. Um, so I didn't have a good experience with that, and I decided that my mom wasn't going to listen to me. Every time I tried to explain to her that it was a real thing and it wasn't just in my head, especially since in my condition I get actual like physical pain sometimes whenever I just really try to like force out the words and try to speak with people instead of just trying to like start my speech over uh, again and again. So I just decided to tune her out, and my sister also, since my sister wasn't she was just making fun of me and teasing me, and I just didn't know how to deal with it at the time. So that's uh, that's the that's the ethical part of the dilemma, or like that's the difference in morality I chose. I chose the negative at the time, or at least that's what I think. So right now, I don't think that's a good way to deal with it. And throughout the years, the trend continued for a few more years, and I didn't really know how to deal with it. I just like in every situation where I had to talk to people, I just tried to make as little conversation as I could. And at school, I just never really had any friends. I had people I was friendly with, but just never anyone I could really call a lifelong friend, or just a best friend. Um, but and then I sort of learned to overcome that fear and try to be courageous for once. Whenever I started playing video games, and I started using my microphone more often to communicate with my teammates and stuff. And I sort of learned to be more vocal about things, and and I realized people that truly cared about me and um, they wanted to know more about me. They try to look past the disability, since in front of them it's just something I can't change. It isn't something that I can go to therapy for uh, and expect it to just go away. It isn't something like that. It isn't like having your arm broken and then you go to therapy to learn to use it again. It's just not something like that. I don't think, at least in my personal opinion. Um, but I learned to make some strong bonds throughout my years on the internet, and that helped me realize that I just need to talk to the right people, and sometimes not every group is inviting, and it's important to identify that. So that's how I overcame the dilemma. I um, I think the internet is what really helped me. The people out there, my friends. There wasn't just people out there. There was also a lot of influential people that I met throughout my years, especially this lady named Miss Ines, who was my English tutor whenever I first came to America. She was just very patient with me. Um, she's the one that suggested I try, talking to people online where, it's not as face to face. I don't really know the word, but not as direct, I guess, I suppose. Um, and I'm really grateful for her, giving me that idea, and it's really just changed my life. And I think in the end, where I chose to, be more vocal about or vocal past my disability. I think it's going to help me for the rest of my life. It might not cure me of my disability, but it's definitely a way to cope with it. And in the end, I think I really did make the right decision because I'm more comfortable than I've ever been, and I have a few people who I could really just trust on. They're my friend who've really looked past a disability. Thank you. That's my speech.